If you were given 10 seconds to describe what your business does, could you do it? Well, hang around and I'll share what I mean. So about 15 years ago, I was invited along to come to a BNI business group meeting. BNI is essentially a professional networking referral business. And part of being part of that group is each meeting you get given 60 seconds to tell everyone your name, the name of your business, and what it is you do. Well, I was a little bit nervous when I was asked, but I thought, hey, I'm really well trained. I know exactly what I do. You see, I had the best training, had the best equipment, had the best chemicals in my business, and I had a bunch of know-how and years of experience. So it came my time, told them my name of the business, and I got stuck into it. And I started explaining what I do. Well, I reckon I was probably 20% of the way through and my 60 seconds was up. I was flustered, I was embarrassed. I was actually ashamed at my performance. You see, I hadn't even got hardly any of the way through. And I felt like I just had to mumble at the end and sit down. Well, at the end of the meeting, everyone was really nice to me and they said, hey, we'd love to have you come back next week. And the person who invited me along encouraged me and they rang me through the week. But the truth was I was so embarrassed by my performance and failure as I saw it, that it probably took another 2 or 3 months to go back. You see, part of the BNI training was to actually teach you how to communicate effectively what you do. So the years have gone on. I've learned a lot since then, and I learned to understand the mistakes that I made. And I'm going to give you a really good example. Now, my family background is restaurants and 5-star hotels. So I worked in the hospitality industry for years. So imagine, if you will, you've gone to a really nice restaurant. It's upmarket. You sit down, you're looking at the menu, and your eyes drop on veal scallopini. Now you're hungry, you have high expectations. So when the waiter comes around and asks what it is you'd like, you say, hey, this veal scallopini looks all right. Could you explain how it tastes or what's in it? And he says to you, hang on, just wait a sec. And he disappears and he comes back with a head chef. Now, you're going to be a head chef in a 5-star hotel. You are the best of the best. It's more than just cooking. There's a whole lot that goes with it. Now, imagine the head chef starts explaining to you where they buy their venison from, how heavy it is, how old it is. Not only does he describe the venison, he then starts explaining to you where they buy all the other ingredients from. And then he goes on to explain where they buy their pots and pans from, and the knives and the temperature of the oven and all the things that they do. So 5 minutes have gone past and your eyes are starting to roll back, and all you're thinking was, all I wanted to know, does it taste good? I am hungry. I haven't tried this before. This is frustrating. As I often say, you don't want the labor pains, you just want the baby. And so imagine how you'd feel. You see, we're often like that with people. They ask a really simple question and we give them the whole enchilada. So as I matured and I started to understand marketing a little bit more, I simplified what I do. I remember writing a business plan once, and it said, how do I use trades, training and services to sell homes? It was a really simple concept, and this is what I did. I put together a marketing plan. So if an agent or a vendor comes to me now, and when they're getting other trades to quote them, they ask me, hey, what it is that you do? It's as simple as this. I can do it in 10 seconds. My business is focused on 3 key areas. We maximize sales price of the home, we maximize sales presentation of your home, and we minimize time on the market. That's 5 seconds. I then ask the potential vendor or client, are there any of these 3 things that you disagree with or you don't want? 110% of the time, people are really happy with that concept. You see, they don't need to know about my technicians. They don't need to know where the electrical stuff comes from, the light fittings, the painters, the paint, all that sort of stuff. Now that's important because it's about quality, but it's not a first order thing. You see, all that a vendor has in their mind, or a sales agent, is simply this: how much can we get for the home? And if we bring you in and spend money, will we get it back plus some? That's all that counts. And you see, I understand that. So I would say this to you: if you're in a trades business, you know, whether you're in painting or electrical, you're in cleaning sorts, whether you do carpet cleaning, general cleaning, any sort of business, you need to nail down to under 10 seconds the problem you're going to solve for them, or the opportunity that you bring to them, and there's a really good outcome that's tangible. So I would say to you that if you can't describe your business in under 10 seconds, you need to sit down and think about it from a customer's perspective and jettison your technical brain, because that could be the very thing that's holding you back from growing your business.